There has been a plane crash on the southern tip of Manhattan. You're looking at the World Trade Center. We understand that a plane has crashed into the World Trade Center. We don't know anything more than that.
I remember being in my room, and my father came and asked me to come out to the living room.
I remember I had a math class early that morning, and I was in school.
I was teaching in the state of Texas.
Yeah, I was a pulmonary critical care fellow at the time.
All I could remember is that there were two buildings. One of them looked like there was a fire in it.
I said, kids, we have a serious event that I want all of us to watch and to try to process together.
And then I saw the second plane hit.
Some of my kids were obviously crying, some had their heads on the desks, others were praying their way.
And when I walk outside the building, I see everybody is staring towards the World Trade Center. And I'm very nervous. I don't quite understand what's happening. Like, maybe this is like war, maybe this is the end of the world, you know? So I need to get to my family.
They allowed us to go down to the World Trade Center site. And we asked them, like, what can we do? How can we help? And they said that, well, if you can do eye exams on the workers who were there, you could come and help. These National Guards, they were like 18 years old, 19-year-olds. They would come in and we would tell them, like, listen, you can't go back. You're actually burning the corneas from the fire, the flames. But they're like, no, I can't. I have to go in. I have to find, my friends are in there.
I still have to wrestle with this idea of Muslims committing acts of mass murder and saying this is Islamic, because I have kids. I'm teaching them about Islam right now. My parents taught me. A lot of what happened after 9/11 was to drag Islam into this, to make it about, does Islam need a reformation? Does Islam need to be modernized? I had to wrestle with a lot of that and try and understand how much of this is religion, how much of this is culture, how much of this is politics, how much of this is faith.
I felt sort of angry, this sense that they had taken my religion and sort of sabotaged it, realizing that Islam is not that. It's so not about violence. And then the fact that everybody believed that made me even more upset.
After what happened with all the World Trade Center, I understand a lot of New Yorkers was hostile towards the Muslims because they felt like, they had everything to do with it. Me, myself, personally, I witnessed a lady chasing another lady, a Muslim lady with her babies, trying to do something negative towards her because she felt as though she didn't do it, but she had something to do with it.
I wasn't not privy to Islamophobia before that, but I didn't realize how quick it was gonna grow. The one bully moment that I had was picture day, because I always wore a khimar, which is like a form of hijab, right? This boy, I will not say his name, will pull my khimar off. I always hated that. I always felt abused. And I don't remember him being disciplined. I just remember it being like an isolated incident that I dealt with and had to deal with on my own.
I was not somebody who completely hid my identity. I still was who I was. I just didn't talk about my faith very clearly, very openly. I was very, very, very cautious. It was almost assumed that if we talk about God, that our God is some very dark, chaotic God.
Of course, there's those patients who are going to question you, are going to be like, oh, I don't want to see you because you're Muslim or whatever. And it makes you at those moments realize that you're truly not accepted. You're truly not considered to be, American.
As a public figure, you end up being a lightning rod. You either get seen, as you say, as the ambassador or the spokesperson, the guy who's going on TV to say what needs to be said and fight the fights in the Oxford Union, or you're the guy who is the Muslim Brotherhood infiltrator of the US/UK media. You know, Bin Laden in a suit and tie and a smile, I remember what somebody once attacked me as.
1.6 billion people in every corner of the world, a quarter of humanity, of all backgrounds, cultures, ethnicities, and yet the opposition tonight wants to generalize, stereotype, smear in order to desperately win this debate.
I don't remember seeing very many Muslims or quote unquote like the Muslim portrayal on TV before that, but definitely after that there was an uptick in like the narrative being like terrorist attacks, the number one enemy for America are Muslims, you know?
I didn't like the way Muslims were depicted. It was as if all Muslims are the same. Muslims come from different backgrounds. They're from different geographical locations, speak different languages, different colors.
Muslims do not have thicker skins than everyone else. We're not born with a natural ability to just withstand non-stop criticism and questioning and accusations and smears. I don't think we've quite really had that conversation about what happened to Muslims over the last 20 years. Muslims living in the West, your Muslim neighbor, your Muslim newsagent owner or grocery store owner or gas station owner, your Muslim doctor. I don't think we've had that conversation either as a country, as Muslim communities. The toll has been huge.
I did realize that if I didn't learn Islam, I could be victim of a lot of the doubts that existed towards Islam in those days. The way to leave doubt and gain certainty is by gaining knowledge.
In terms of my faith and what I believe, I think that's such a personal thing. I don't think that anybody can potentially impact that. Not for me. I mean, that's something that I believe in. It's a one-on-one relationship with God.
Dealing with this over the years actually gave me a firmer grasp on my faith because it made me have to do the digging and do the soul searching and do the researching and have the difficult conversations with a lot of people.
I felt like it was really important to make my identity clear. And I identify as a Black Muslim woman. And it's in everything that I do. I don't hesitate, like I'm so proud of it. And now I have like so many more Muslims in my life than I had as a kid.
I want my children, future children, generations to feel that they are as American as anyone else, that they have the joy of saying, I'm American, but I happen to have a dual identity as well. To walk in faith, but also walk in confidence of who they are.
The diversity we find in the Muslim community becomes the diversity we find in the American community. And we just have to get to know each other and not use images that will separate us as if we're not here, all part of the same society.